And this is super easy. This is a great seller for the shows. You personalize it and you're good to go. And if you do it in the pink and the baby blue, those are great for little babies. And then the older children, you can do more colorful colors. Well, that sounds good, but you know what I mean, brighter colors, or just do the Christmas colors, green and red. So let's get started. Now the first thing I'm going to do is cut out my stars. So we want a blue star. You don't want it too thick, but you don't want it too thin either. And I'll be cutting that out, and then I'm going to be cutting out a white star, which is slightly smaller. That will go on top of this one. And we'll just put those aside for a few minutes. Don't know what the flickering lights are in the video. I've been trying to figure out what's causing that, but I just haven't figured it out yet. Hopefully I will, but I think you can still see what's going on. Now, you can use your pasta machine to roll out your clay. That's our little bit smaller star, and that will be going on top of the blue star. But now we need to cut out a big star. And this ornament overall is about 2.5 to 3 inches. You want to make your white at least 1/4 inch thick. You don't want it to be too thin. And most of these star cookie cutters are available at any store, really, or online. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just make a little impression, and that's where we're going to put his head. And you'll be making a round ball with the white clay. Put it in there. And don't flatten it, please. I know I say this all the time, but I see so many people who just flatten the heads. Don't flatten it. Leave it round. Now make a tapered log and just shape it on for his head. Not his head, his hat, sorry. We're going to use the white. We're going to make the brim of his hat and the little ball on the top of his hat. Make sure you press everything on very well. You can't just lay it on there. And now you notice when I put the white ball on, I put it on part of the blue. Don't stick it way up on top. Now I like to put the hook in before I finish some of these ornaments, because sometimes you might squish some of your details like noses or whatever when you put that hook in, or hanger, whatever you want to call it. And I'm using the plastic coated paper clips. You don't have to. You can use regular paper clips or even wire. But make sure you put a little hook on it. You don't want it pulling out of the ornament when it's hanging on the tree. Now we're going to make the brim of the hat. Now I'm giving him a scarf that is blue and white, so we're going to be making this the same way we would make a candy cane rope, but we're not going to twist it quite as much. See, roll it a little bit and then just flatten it with your finger. I'm making fringe with the needle tool. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. It's just a little added touch. Press on the star. Make sure it's pressed on well. Put the little white star on top of that. And this is usually where I put the year when I personalize them. Fold over his little hand so the star is holding the star. This snow star is going to have an orange nose. You can give him a black nose if you prefer. I like to make a little hole, then I kind of stick it in there and then press it down. That looks too big. Yep. You can even make it a carrot shape if you want, but for this one I wanted it just to be a little round nose. I'm going to make his mouth, and again, you can paint on the mouth if you prefer. Either way is good. You can even use black seed beads for his eyes, but I just don't like doing that. I prefer to paint the eyes on. I hope you're hearing me okay. I've been having a little bit of trouble with the microphone, but I think it's time to go out and spend some money on a new one. But even if you don't hear me, I'm sure you can figure out from looking at the video what's going on. See, now I did not mean to put that there. It kind of gets lost in the blue. Yeah, don't like it. Now, I've made these in all different kinds of colors. I mean, college colors, Christmas colors. I mean, you name it, any kind of color. People really like these. And when you personalize them, I usually put the year on the star, as I said, and I'll put the name on the brim of the hat, or you can put the name on the body. You know me, I always like to put on those holly leaves and berries. I think it just adds a little extra touch. This is one of my favorites. He's quick and easy to do. Sell them for $8 or $9. Good to go. And again, always add the blush before you bake. I've been a little heavy on the blush in the videos, so you can see it a little better, but don't go too heavy with it. Just need that little hint of blush. And he's all done. See how quick and easy that was? And now bake him according to the instructions on your package of clay. Of course, always use your clay brand of choice. You don't have to use the same clay I use. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. And I'm going to go on to the next one.